Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having a great day. We are starting a little over half an hour late this morning. If I'm honest with you guys, I was just not having the best time waking up today. Um, so I woke up at like four something in the morning, and then, wow, I woke up at like 10:30 at night. I went to bed again at four something in the morning, I should say. So, you know, it is definitely, it's been one of those days. But let's get into it. We got a gym update and fake news hit Western New York over Thanksgiving. Let's talk about fake news story first because this is fun. This is why I always say I never listen to people with insider information or anything like that. So, the Art Voice, if you guys all remember, if you guys read the Art Voice, for those of you guys that maybe still read the Art Voice, I learned the Art Voice was still a thing the other day. Said that Andrew Cuomo was in Western New York, in Williamsville more specifically, visiting his girlfriend on Thanksgiving after telling others not to travel. That was quickly debunked. Fake news everywhere. People were spreading it all over Facebook, though, and eventually they gave this group that falls for every piece of misinformation. Again, we're not using names. We don't do that. We're not trying to be those people. But they fall for every piece of misinformation given out, as they always have. They claim to have insiders in all these different places, and they fall for this misinformation. This time they give it to a journalist, a writer at the Art Voice, and hopefully this woman doesn't get in trouble for listening to this nonsense. But this is why you can't believe everything you read, guys. And this is why I always wait for verification on stories. And while I might not break news the quickest all the time, this is why I'm usually right. Because I wait for information. Because my job is not to create the news, my job is to report the news, right? There's a difference. I don't create news, I report it. I report what's going on and what's verified. I'm not TMZ. All right. Now, the gym update. So I'm sure everyone knows by now, Athletes Unleashed or Unlimited or whatever they are. Athletes Unleashed. CrossFit removed their affiliation with them yesterday. And I talked about it on a personal Facebook. This is all in response to an email he sent out that included a statement that said, "I will refund your money as soon as you eat my ass, you foreign, filthy." You filthy foreign third world country piece of shit. And then he signed it. Fuck you very much, Robbie De Niro. Well, they canceled their affiliation with them. And they are not opening today. And he says it is under advice of his legal counsel, who he has Paul Cambria, for those of you. I mean, I'm sure most of you know who Paul Cambria is. So he has hired Paul Cambria as his legal counsel here. And I'm not surprised. And all these constitutional experts they have, and it's all fine and good. I love the Constitution. That's why it's right here. But I also understand the Supreme Court interprets the Constitution, which is why I read stuff like this all the time. And while they can quote any amendment they want, Jacobson v. Massachusetts, which I talked about a few days ago, basically gives the federal government gives the executive branch in states this executive power during times of crisis and global pandemics, which has been used, which was used for many, many years for many, many different things. So that's just one of those things, guys. I don't like this. Obviously, I don't like being locked down. I would love for restaurants to be open and stuff, but that's just how it is, and that's why we reported that the other day. But guys, just be vigilant about what you're reading. Be vigilant about what's going on. All of us want this lockdown to be over. All of us want regular life to resume. But for that to happen, things have to happen, especially in Western New York. Now, Western New York's testing rate, I think, is around 8% right now, which I don't know. I don't know if it's bad or not. I read an article on our ICU beds. I think we only have 270 ICU beds in Erie County, and like a little over 1,600 or 2,600 or something like that hospital beds, 1,600 hospital beds according to Channel 2. So, I get why we're watching these numbers as closely as we are and all that. But that's all I got for you guys as far as Western New York and 5. I don't want to talk about the car accident anymore. There's not much more information, and I just feel like I'm repeating myself when I talk about it. And I just want to let the family mourn, and my condolences. She lost her life on Thanksgiving, and just yeah, that was horrible. I just hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you guys